In this lesson, we're going to finish off adding some detail into the log burner before it's ready to be unwrapped. So what we've done since the last lesson, using the same methods I've shown to model the hinges on the door, I've put in some edge loops and extruded and used the exact same method to create the hinges on the main fireplace, or on the main unit, sorry. I've also created some handles very quickly. I'll just go back to the modifier stack to let you see these. Basically, I just created a cylinder, and then using symmetry modifiers, you can see you just use a symmetry modifier, adjust the mirror, you can rotate the mirror, so however you like, and then the same thing again, symmetry modifier on top to symmetry again, which creates the T shape, creates a nice welded area, which is often quite difficult to do. And then using the edit poly, I've just put in the correct edge loops and moved the handle to where it needs it to be. And then with the turbo smooth, you can see it creates a nice smooth cylinder with a protruding piece and keeps everything cylindrical and nice and tidy. And that'll look really good with a nice brushed metal texture on it if we do a close-up view. Same method for this one down here, but what we're going to concentrate on is the main unit again. Now obviously we can quickly make the drawer just using a simple box with either quad chamfer or turbo smooth, whichever. We'll just make a little tray to go in there at a later date, but for now I'm going to concentrate on this internal part, which is going to be obviously this is where the fire would be. This is an ashtray, so there needs to be a hole in here. So what I've done is I've inset the top faces and the bottom faces. Now these aren't the same size because obviously the tray hole is smaller than this, but I'm going to bridge them anyway. And we've put an edit poly on top of the symmetry, by the way, to create all of this, so there's no more symmetry being used. It's technically just collapsed. And I'm going to snap these edges to make sure that we are square and everything is the same size, top and bottom, just to be safe. And then I'm going to ring through the center of this and connect it once, just to create one edge loop, and then create shape from that, linear, and that gives me the correct size to make my my little tray from, or my little grill from, sorry. So I'll just put that into the right place, but until we make that, we need to just check that still smooths okay, which it's not going to, so that's obviously not correct. So this little line through here, we can control remove that, and we'll ring through it again, only this time we'll connect it twice, and we can push those edges up to there to keep that nice and tight. We'll do it again because I know that'll help texturing, and then we need to ring through this area, through both these areas, through here and through here and around there, and connect these, and we'll just push those connects out. We can delete the central ones afterwards because obviously we don't need that much geometry, so that's just control remove. Now we're not using symmetry anymore, we can actually loop this central line and get rid of that too, because that'll be really annoying when we come to texture it. And we just need to do another two ring and connect around this way, and that should hopefully tighten everything back up again. And that's good enough. So we'll unisolate everything, we'll pick the shape that we created from that. In the top view, not a pyramid, we'll create a plane over that, and I want to create an uneven set of segments, so 16 by 20. That's probably a little bit too square for me. How are we looking with that? Where's that shape gone? So we'll put that to the correct place. No, that'll probably be okay actually. That'll be fine. So we'll isolate this. We'll stick an edit poly. And we'll select all edges. And we'll press connect. And that creates a diamond pattern. And then with Control-Shift-I, we'll invert your selection. Or sorry, Control-I will invert your selection. We're not in Photoshop. Control-I will invert your selection, and then hit backspace, and that will remove all of those edges. And now we have a diamond pattern. We can select our polygons. We'll just put another edit poly so we can keep the modifier stack adjustable. So we'll select all these, and we'll inset them all by 1 mil. And we'll do it by polygon, not by group. And we'll do maybe 1.5 mil. No, actually 1 mil will do. We'll do that, and then we'll delete all those polys. And then we'll stick a shell modifier on it. And I want it to go down, not up. So, oh, whoops, I need that to be 2 mil, not 20. Maybe even 1 mil. And then we'll stick a segment in there, just in case. And then we'll go into edit poly mode. And we'll select a few of these different sized areas, and we will loop them. And then we'll go to our graphite modeling tools, modify selection, select similar, and that should select all of our loops that we want. And we can chamfer these edges by 0.5 mil and put a few edges in there to smooth that off. It doesn't need to be perfectly smooth, and that should create a nice little grill for our hot coals. It doesn't need to be turbo smooth or anything, because if we do see it, it'll be looking down something like this. So that's fine the way it is, and it'll be covered in like coals or pieces of wood and stuff like that. So hopefully that's helpful. You know, the chimney's obviously just a cylinder with some cuts and looks like some edges extruded, so that's quite simple. We don't really need to go over that. But one last little thing for creating glass, and this is the same method that I used to create the glass in the actual windows of the architecture. We have a center line, same thing we've done to create this shape. Just create shape from selection, linear, okay, and then from this we can just shell that, and we'll do it by 2 mil, and we can make that X-ray, and that creates the glass for our door. And the next thing we'll be doing with this is unwrapping it. But I hope those little modeling tips and tricks helped. Thank you.